Hey guys, it's your girl Critique Martin, and today's message is for all of my singles. Singles, listen up! Whether you're single and ready to mingle or single as a dollar bill, this message is for you. Singleness is a prerequisite to marriage. Your marriage and relationships are pretty much only as good as your singleness. Our purpose in life is to fulfill God's will, and it doesn't take being married to do so. So work on yourself, because singleness is an opportunity to discover yourself. You have to become the best to bring out the best in a relationship. This should be a time when you manage your values, your beliefs, your finances, your health, your relationships, and so much more. It is better to be single, unmarried, and happy than to be married and unhappy. Because oftentimes we see married couples and we feel like we're missing out on relationships, when in actuality they're suffocating and want out of the marriage. So know that it is okay to be single. Know that you don't need to be with someone to be someone, because you're already someone on your own. Now, when you begin dating, be intentional. As a woman, it is important to be pursued and courted while dating, because men are natural hunters. And so if they're not coming after you, more than likely they're not interested in you. And you don't want to ever feel like your relationship is being forced. Most times when you have to force a relationship, a man will not respect you and he will take advantage of you. Recognize also if you're in a relationship when you're wasting time. So if you have been in a relationship for, let's say, about 2 to 3 years, and you don't foresee marriage in the near future, or marriage is not a topic of discussion, then more than likely you're wasting time. And this is the time when you need to reevaluate the relationship, especially if you're shacking up and living in sin. Sex should be preserved for marriage, because you don't want to feel like you're in a relationship with someone that you're not going to spend the rest of your time with. That is how we develop soul ties. Sex sells, and because of that, society has made premarital sex a normal, acceptable thing. But if you are a believer, you know that this is not right. And oftentimes, we like to pick and choose which parts of the Bible to obey. When dating, if you see red flags, leave, not because you want to prove a point and then you sit by your phone waiting on a text depressed, but leave because you respect and love yourself enough and know that you deserve and want more. Too often times we get caught up in the physical appearance of what we desire in a mate. Oh, you want this tall, dark, handsome man. That's how I used to be. Or if you're a man, you want this curvaceous, nice complexion, good hair, butt, boobs type of woman. But we really should focus on compatibility. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be attracted to your mate, but you want to make sure you share the same core values. You want to share the same beliefs. Does that person have integrity and character, and is family important to them? I remember when I was introduced to this tall, dark, and handsome guy, but upon meeting him and having conversations, I realized that we didn't share the same spiritual beliefs, and that is very important to me. And so a lot of us, we go outside of the will of God to find our husbands and wives, and then we want to drag them back into the presence of God when their heart is not really in it, and they do it just for our sake. And so for me, when I meet my husband, I want him to already be in the presence of God. I want him to love me the way Christ loves the church. There are so many things that we can do while we're single. Be spontaneous, read, travel, spend time with those that matter the most. Pick up a new hobby or just reflect and enjoy your singleness.